I will not try to prove myself to men. I will not try to prove myself to friends, to girlfriends, to people in general. I will never try to prove my worth to anyone ever again. If you see a pretty face and you think that that's just who I am, a pretty face, that's where it ends. That's where it ends, because you don't deserve to get to know me. Pretty girls have hobbies. Pretty girls set boundaries. You're beautiful. And what else? I love your hair. It's so long. And what else? You have beautiful eyelashes. And what else? You're gorgeous. Oh my God, you're so pretty. And what else? Pretty girls hear this all the time. As a pretty girl, I have heard my entire life, you are so beautiful, you are so pretty, you have gorgeous hair. Oh my gosh, I love your hair. I wish I could have your hair. I'm so jealous of your hair. Pretty girls are used to hearing compliments. Pretty girls are used to being treated most of the time kindly, to be honest. Being beautiful, having a pretty face gets you a lot of things in life. Just by being pretty, you get benefits. People treat you better. You get more things. It's easier to talk your way into things. But what else? You can't rely on your beauty forever. This will fade. This will fade. You have your good sides, your bad sides. It will all fade. We're gonna all get older. This will fade. If you have kids, your hair might fall out. Look how long my hair is. I don't know if I'll have this forever. Yes, you're gorgeous. But what else? Are you smart? Are you kind? Are you compassionate? Do you go out of your way sometimes to help people whenever you can? Do you know how to set boundaries? Do you know how to say no? Do you have hobbies that are not boys? You're beautiful. But what else? It's easy as a pretty girl to have and want an easy life, because most of the time it is naturally easier for us to get things handed to us because we're pretty. We could just marry a rich man if you're beautiful and slim and know how to manipulate men. That's really the word. You can weasel your way into a great lifestyle with a rich man if you're beautiful enough, and you don't have to do anything besides be beautiful, have sex with him, and be his trophy wife. I'm not against this. If this is your lifestyle, your calling, by all means, if you are happy there and doing that, I'm not judging at all. If this is not your calling and you're a beautiful girl, but you don't want this as your life, you have to develop character. You have to develop a personality. You're gorgeous, but what else? What's in here? I will forever be a pretty girl that gets misunderstood. I don't think people would take the time to truly get to know me and see what I really am inside because of my pretty face. Especially when it comes to dating, and men assume something based on your looks. Maybe they're intimidated. Pretty girls intimidate men for some reason. I will never get it, but I also get it. I will forever be a pretty girl that is smart, kind. I think very deeply, spiritual. There is so much depth to my soul. I don't think there is one single person that has tried to date me that has gotten to the core of who I am. And maybe because I'm evolving and changing as I'm getting older and growing and adapting, and that's okay. I don't have to be the same person all the time. I'm constantly shifting and changing, but I'm just tired of hearing you're beautiful. But what else? I'm tired of being lusted over. Even though I know I'm beautiful, I'm grateful for my beauty. I definitely don't like to say that I flaunt it, but it comes naturally. It's just an aura. It goes deeper than just my pretty face. But I will die on this hill. I am not going to overexert myself to try to prove myself to people, or try to prove myself to someone that doesn't see the value in me, that doesn't see the value in getting to know me, that only sees my pretty face and only wants me for my body. I will not try to prove myself to men. I will not try to prove myself to friends, to girlfriends, to people in general, to leaders. I will not try to prove myself to managers. I will never try to prove my worth to anyone ever again. If you see a pretty face and you think that that's just who I am, a pretty face and I'm beautiful, that's where it ends. That's where it ends, because you don't deserve to get to know me. You don't deserve to get to know my soul as a person. You don't get to know me. And that's okay. You don't need to know me. You will not be for everyone, and not everyone is meant for you. For you and to be in your life, it's okay. But you as a pretty girl, do you have hobbies? Or are you obsessed with trying to prove yourself to people? Because we as pretty girls, we get so tired of hearing that we're just pretty. We really want to prove that we're not just a pretty face, that we're smart, that we have a personality, that we're actually pretty funny if you get to know us. I have really dark humor, and I'm actually really fucking weird. That I make inappropriate jokes and comments at the worst times, that I really have an obnoxious laugh, that I love my family dearly, and that I love spending time with my nieces and nephews, that I don't think about sex as often as you might think. That I actually have a lot to offer other than just my beauty and my body. But you as a pretty girl, have you developed your personality? Have you invested in your hobbies? Have you invested in yourself? Do you invest in just your physical appearance? You do your nails often? Do you do your hair? You do some deep conditioning? Yeah, you know what I meant. You invested in really expensive makeup, and you have eyeshadow palettes. You have tons of eyeshadow palettes and you have the best lipstick, the best clothes. Stop. What do you do for your mind? What do you do for your heart? What do you do for your mental health? What do you do for your soul? Do you watch podcasts? Are you learning about finances? Do you know how to invest? I'm not saying that I know how to invest, and I'm not saying that I know all this shit, okay? I'm saying, are you investing in learning this stuff? Because that's what you should be doing in your 20s. I just turned 25, and I will keep on saying that because 25 is the perfect age for you to get your shit together if you haven't. Because the older that you get, the harder it will be. Get your shit together now. Or start thinking about getting your shit together. So here in like 2-3 years, you can actually have your shit together. You don't change like this. It takes time. You have to shift in here and able to get your body to shift down here and start acting upon those thoughts. What are you thinking about right now? Are you thinking about men? Are you thinking about your future and developing yourself as a person? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I love to look good 24/7. I invest in my beauty because I appreciate it. I'm not saying taking care of your physical appearance is a bad thing. Make it a priority. But also make it a priority to take care of your mind. To put effort into growing yourself spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Evolving emotionally. Are you evolving mentally? I have met women that are 35, 40 with the mindset of a 20-year-old. Please, for the love of God, do not be this woman. You will waste your potential. You will waste the human experience being stuck somewhere if you're not evolving yourself consciously, spiritually, and physically. When you evolve mentally, when you evolve emotionally, and when you consciously evolve spiritually, there will be no way that you don't evolve physically, because your appearance reflects a glow that you have never had before. It's going to reflect the glow of taking care of yourself, truly though, on a soulful level. That's the kind of beauty that you're looking for. Not just because you have a big butt, not just because you work your ass off at the gym, means that you are set in the beauty department and you're set. You will live a very, very sad life if you don't learn how to be at peace with yourself and just grow with age, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You have to shift. You have to choose to want to move in here first. You know what I started doing? I started reading. I don't want to fall into my little winter depression. I live in Washington and it's cold right now as hell, and it's starting to get dark like around 4 p.m. I started reading books and I dive into these stories and my mind loves it. I'm stimulating my mind. Find things that stimulate your mind. Find things that stimulate you emotionally, mentally. Don't wait for a man to do it because you're going to die there waiting for a man to do it. Don't wait for a man to stimulate you physically either. And that is harder. We're not going to speak about that right now. That's for a different video. Anyways, I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about that, but we can talk about it later. Okay? Ciao. Take care of yourselves. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Don't try to prove yourself to people. You are beautiful, but what else? Truly. Tú eres lo que el sol siempre quiso ser, deslumbrante.